Why is it that the smartest people often feel the most lost? You'd think intelligence would be a gift, an advantage, a way to solve problems faster, navigate life better, and maybe even find happiness more easily. But reality tells a different story. Some of the most brilliant minds in history lived lives steeped in melancholy, isolation, and despair. Not because they failed to think their way out of suffering, but because they couldn't stop thinking long enough to enjoy being alive. The curse of intelligence isn't incompetence, it's awareness. When your mind can dissect everything, every moment, every emotion, every social interaction, you begin to see through the surface of things. And what you find underneath is often disappointing. Shallow conversations, performative friendships, systems built on illusion and hypocrisy. You can't pretend to enjoy what you know is hollow, and that makes ordinary life unbearable. Arthur Schopenhauer, one of philosophy's most bleak yet brilliant thinkers, once wrote, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone. The deeper the mind, the harder it is to belong." Intelligence often pulls people away from the collective current of society, because to see clearly is to walk alone. Happiness, for most people, comes from simplicity, from being able to live in the moment, to enjoy small pleasures without questioning their meaning. But a highly intelligent mind doesn't rest in the moment. It analyzes it, dismantles it, turns it over and over until all the magic is gone. It's like trying to watch a sunset while calculating the speed of light and the curvature of the earth. You miss the beauty because you're busy understanding it. This is the paradox. The more you understand the world, the harder it becomes to love it. And the world doesn't help. It's not designed for people who think too deeply. Our society rewards productivity, not introspection. Obedience, not questioning. Shallow networking over meaningful connection. The intelligent are often misfits, not because they want to be, but because they see what others ignore. They see the contradictions, the lies, the absurdities we all agree to play along with. And once you see, you can't unsee. It's like living in a theater where everyone is acting, but only you know it's a play. Take Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors of all time, a mind decades ahead of the world. Yet he died alone, impoverished, and forgotten by the same society that now celebrates him. Not because he lacked intelligence, but because he couldn't or wouldn't play the social games required to fit in. Or consider Virginia Woolf, a literary genius whose introspection created some of the most profound novels of the 20th century. She suffered greatly with depression and mental illness, torn between the beauty of thought and the unbearable weight of it. This isn't coincidence. There's a hidden burden in high intelligence, the emotional cost of clarity. Highly intelligent people often experience existential depression. It's not sadness over a breakup or a bad day. It's the haunting question of, what's the point? What's the point of all this? If it ends in death, if every joy is fleeting, if people lie, suffer, destroy each other for no reason, these aren't questions you can meditate away. They live in your bones, and once they awaken, they don't sleep easily. But the pain isn't just in thoughts, it's in people. Intelligent minds crave depth. Depth in conversation, in relationships, in purpose. But finding someone who sees the world the way you do is rare. Most conversations feel forced, most friendships feel empty, and slowly you retreat, not out of arrogance but exhaustion. This isolation breeds another kind of sadness, not from being alone, but from not being understood. Some try to numb it, distract themselves, chase money, fame, pleasure. But it rarely works. Because intelligence doesn't just mean high IQ, it means heightened perception. You see through the dopamine trap. You know the high won't last. You know the achievement won't fill the void. And so even when you win, it feels like losing. This leads to another hidden danger: Self-destruction. Intelligent minds often turn their intensity inward. When you can analyze everything, you also learn to criticize everything, especially yourself. Perfectionism, imposter syndrome, overthinking, paralysis. These are common symptoms. The mind that builds can also demolish. And the more gifted the mind, the more brutal the inner critic becomes. And yet, despite all of this, there is a strange, quiet power in being wired this way, because the same mind that sees darkness also sees truth. The same brain that questions everything also dreams bigger. The same soul that feels deeply can love deeply, more than most ever will. The struggle of the intelligent isn't weakness, it's awareness without anesthesia. But awareness, if you don't run from it, can become something holy. It's what gave us Einstein's theories, Dostoevsky's novels, Nietzsche's philosophy. These weren't men who lived peacefully, but they lived truthfully. And in their torment, they gave the world beauty that lasts centuries. So maybe happiness isn't the right word. Maybe peace isn't found by escaping the weight of thought, but by embracing it, channeling it, creating with it. You might never be the person who laughs at everything, or goes with the flow, or enjoys the small talk. But you can be the one who finds meaning in the madness, who creates light from the darkness, who sees things others can't, and dares to speak it. Because there's a quiet rebellion in being awake in a world that sleeps. And there's a kind of happiness, not in comfort, but in clarity. So if you've ever felt too much, thought too deeply, or struggled to fit into a world that doesn't value your mind, you're not broken, you're rare, and you're needed, not despite your struggle, but because of it. If this spoke to something buried deep in you, you're not alone. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Your story might help someone else find peace in theirs. And if you're drawn to content that explores the human mind and soul in all its beautiful darkness, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Until next time, keep thinking deeply. The world needs more of it.